Welcome to IWA in 2024, and again, I'm here with Ross.
Hello again.
At the Vorsk show booth. Last year, you remember the VMP-1, and Ross was hinting at the magazine being compatible with something that's coming, and it's here now.
Yeah, here it is.
What is it? It's like you said, 3 models, but there's
3
5
models, there'll be more, but this at the moment is the VMP-2. The VMP-2 is the Vorsk Modular Platform 2. We never told anybody that the VMP-1 was actually the Vorsk Modular Platform 1. People thought it meant Vorsk Machine Pistol 1, but it didn't. It meant Vorsk Modular Platform 1. And the idea behind this is we're gas blowback users. We love gas blowback. Most of the feedback for the VMP-1 was like really over the top, really good, really positive. But we did have some feedback. People felt like we'd just done this or done that and it was too similar. So with the VMP-2, we already knew it was coming at the time. What we've done is we've doubled down on the magazine and we've allowed, so this new platform also uses VMP magazines. So they're not VMP-1 magazines anymore, they're VMP magazines. And that's the commitment I was talking about last year that we've made to this platform.
And with how expensive those magazines are, it really makes sense that now you get not just one rifle, not just 2. Technically, you could have multiple variations of that rifle platform as well.
We've had a not very pleasant few years as economies, as we know. And obviously magazines are very expensive. Gas blowback mags are very expensive. So being able to gear up all your stuff and look after only one mag set and all that is really useful. So that's kind of the core commitment with the VMP system. There's more coming, there's more in production, there's more in development. This isn't just gonna stop here. But talking specifically about the VMP-2, I'll start with this one and then I'll move across them and just explain what the idea is.
Can I grab one? Because
yeah, this
I want to kind of bring it closer to everyone to look at. And I also want to, oh my God, this is shockingly light.
The final will be a little bit heavier, but it is still lightweight.
This is like, yeah, I'm not joking. This is actually super, super duper light. And I can see that externally wise, those are metal parts, but that's the polymer.
This is a prototype, so
I see.
I'll just be honest and tell you, we were trying to get our pre-production samples in, and because of all these problems with ships and shipping in the last few months, we couldn't get it in time. So we manufactured our own samples, and these are, so on the final, obviously they won't be bare metal, but this is just to show that these parts will all be aluminium.
Machined, yeah.
It's called the Vorsk Modular Platform because the idea is it's modular. So if we look here, this is GBB spec buffer tube. So the VMP-1, SMG stock, etc., will all go straight onto there.
So you have cross-compatibility
yeah,
between the
anything in the
platforms.
VMP should work with each other.
Even internally?
Not internally, I'll come on to that.
Okay.
That's where the numbers designate the type of gun. But you've got QD studs, 3 on the stocks. You've got them on the DMR stocks as well. Here's the selector. This is the M model, so the VMP-2M. And that is a select fire sort of PCC. Mm-hmm. And it's ambi, so you've got mag release here. Mag release here. The selector is here. This isn't a final selector. The final selector is changed slightly on the final model, but this is what we got in time for the show.
I can see it. Is this full auto or is this burst?
So this is full auto. So the VMP-2M is select fire. It's 330 FPS. There are some lower power ones that are going to be available. And the idea of that is it's PCC, CQB, whatever. And then what we wanted to do is using the kind of commitments we made last year with the VMP-1. The VMP-1 as a platform, although modular, is a lot harder to be as modular as something like this. So we've gone even further with this. So we've got GBB spec buffer tube. This is really cool. This is a real steel AR grip.
Is it?
They're 1911 panels.
It reminded me of Hogue because they also have the removable covers.
Yeah, so basically...
If it's 1911 compatible, I assume that you can just
Correct.
buy Hogue.
For example, these are actually on our VPX models of pistols, these grips. But the actual grip itself is real steel compatible.
That's
So
cool.
if you want to put I don't know, a Magpul or something on there, you can. For us, we fitted this one, and then to make it even more modular, with this one, you can obviously change panels as well. So you could put wood on there, you could put ivory on, anything you want, those kind of designs.
There's so many options for the 1911 platform.
Exactly.
It's kind of endless.
It's, again, with this modularity we're trying to do. And then you've got, obviously, you've got the charging handles, both sides, but they are removable. Ships with 1, this one's got 2 on it.
Is it reciprocating?
Yes, it moves, so both sides. We try to support a lot of sort of 3D printing and custom work. So if people want to, we will try and release some of the specs closer to release so that if people want to make parts for these, they can. And then moving forwards, you've got the rail on the top, you've got TDC hop, which I'll come on to in a minute.
Cool.
And then you've got the rail is GBB spec. So under here, there's just a barrel nut, GBB spec barrel nut, and then the outer barrels. Now, what's cool about the outer barrels, again, more of the modularity, is the outer barrel itself is threaded at this point, and so is the inner barrel. So very similar to our pistols.
Inner barrel is
The inner
threaded.
barrel as well, same as the VMP-1. And what the idea with that is that these barrel systems, if you want to, without disturbing your hop-up, you can change the lengths of the gun.
It's a very interesting
Yeah.
approach.
The idea is that you crack the barrel, take it off, inner barrel's there, crack that, take that off, put the different lengths on, then fit the outer barrel back on, and then you can change that. The bolts as well, removable, so very easy to change power up because obviously different barrels will change the power. So good to mix and match and find what you want. There will be different power nozzles available as well, so
that will be the question.
But I'll come on to that with the other models. It's obviously mlok. This is what ships with it. It is a polymer rail, but it's a high impact fiber. We've done that to make it lightweight.
It's ultra lightweight.
Correct, but we also did it to be blunt, cost, because what I want this platform to be is it looks really good, people are going to love it, but also they will want to customize it. It's like buying a Harley Davidson and then going and spending more thousands on putting all the bits on it.
Is it backwards compatible with other parts that are made for the KCO2 platform?
No.
So
not really.
This will be a new ecosystem.
This is new. There's some similarities. Obviously, what we do at Vorsk, we're very interested in looking at what works because I don't think you have to reinvent the wheel. However, with this project, we've changed so much on it. Like it's a ground up thing. This it shares some similarities to some other models out there, but of course it does. But really, it's the VMP-2.
Well, but you're saying if you're sharing some of the design features of it and plans so people can start making upgrades, this will become a new platform that people can start.
So what we wanted to do is we watched the KCO2 We've been involved because I own one and I know I've been trying to get involved with that community a little bit anyway and understand. And obviously what we've done with this straight off the bat is I was saying about we've got a TDC hop unit up here.
Yep, that's
and then
good.
What we've done is the KCO2, obviously you have to do conversions. This is VSR, hot rubber and barrel compatible.
Cool.
Straight away, TDC hop and VSR barrel and hop compatibility. So straight off the bat, if you want to just take our barrel out, chuck a maple leaf in there and put whatever nice barrel in there.
Opens up the upgrade market right away.
You could just do it. You lose some of the modular functionality, but you might be okay with that. But in itself, that's modular. So whatever.
That's really good, yeah.
So
how does the TDC feel like? Is this the functioning
This isn't
version?
final, but it's clicky.
It will be clicky, I see.
It's clicky and it's very simple. And it sits in the breech here and it's a very nice solid unit. It's stabilized because the unit's quite large. It's similar to a KCO2 unit. So it's quite a big block. And it's a very, very good unit. And then from that's obviously the M. And then what we've done is using the modularity sort of idea. This is the VMP-2D. D denotes DMR.
I believe it's a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's longer. So it's about 450 FPS. So this is going to come out the box. We are going to offer different powers for different regions as well. We're going to improve on what we did with the launch of the VMP-1. With this, we're going to hope to have a lot more options available at launch for different regions because the success of the VMP-1, it didn't take us by surprise, but it was quite crazy. So, we still haven't managed to get the German version out, and we're now a year later, and it's frustrating for us too. So, we're trying to learn straight off the bat. We're going to bring in different powers, but this at the moment is 450 FPS, and it's semi-only. So, that's it.
That's what differentiates it from that platform.
Safe and semi-only, 450 FPS, fixed stock. Adjustable cheek. The cheek riser doesn't work on this, so don't try and pull it because it will break.
Okay.
But this is adjustable, fixed stock, and it's a lot more. It's designed for more kind of sniping, DMR kind of use.
I can use the same parts that I can use in this and this.
Yeah, you could make that, and that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just the trigger system is different.
No, yeah, but it is. But this has come onto the modular bit a bit again. So another really cool feature of the modular platform is this trigger unit in here. Basically, you take the selectors off, you remove this paddle, the ambi paddle, and then when the upper comes off, this trigger unit just lifts out, and you can drop a select file one in.
Okay, I see.
So
that's cool.
You can get down to the nitty gritty and take that apart and fix individual parts or change them if you want. But you can also just drop a new trigger group in there.
That's good.
Select fire or semi. And because the markings and stuff are all on that internal part. It all just lines up and goes in. We're limited by powers as a brand and what we can sell and stuff, but people are completely able to make them semi, full auto, whatever. So this is kind of our DMR sort of snipery kind of one. You've got more of a square handguard. It's all mlok.
It's a very cool look for sure as well. It looks unique as well.
I think so. I think it's definitely a good looking gun. And then we've got over there my personal favorite. This is the VMP-2 MD. So this is a bit of a mix up of both. This is going to be around 430 FPS, and this is designed to be more of a recce rifle. So this is what I would probably play in the woods with. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of a good middle ground between full on DMR and sort of standing a little bit further back and just taking sort of aimed shots. So a little bit less power, but it's also got the mlok sort of V-rail system.
But I'm seeing like a cut here. Does that?
That's just because it's a print.
Because it's a prototype.
It's just a print, yeah.
I see.
We have to mix them up. The build
So you're not going to be able to like make it longer?
No, but we are going to release different. There is an S and a C model of the VMP-2.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That's all I'm saying at the moment. They're not going to launch at launch, but there are others, and there are others after that. Because it's so modular, people are going to make their own variants. And I think that, like I said last year, I was excited about the VMP-1. And I think after a year, we can say that was successful. And it brought a lot of people into gas, new players. We get messages daily of new players who just love it, sending us videos, whatever. Saying this is just the best type of, for me, it's the best type of airsoft you can do. Gas for me is just, it's where it's at. Everyone has what they love. For me, I love it. And these are real passion projects from a team of people who love gas blowback airsoft. Now, you'll get people out there go, it's not a replica of anything. I don't want it. All right, fine. That's cool. But there are people who will want to build up this modular. This looks like something straight out of Battlefield 2042, Call of Duty.
That's a good point, yeah.
Whatever. Just build it up, make it what you want. Don't like the rail system, go and get a different rail system, chuck it on there.
Do you already have a price planned?
Yeah, I can tell you in pounds. The MD, that's 289.99 MSRP. The D is 299, and the M is 259.99.
Those are pretty competitive prices for a GBB platform.
Very good. That's what it's saying. I want to retain our customers, and I want to bring new players in, and I want to thank those players for committing to the Vorsk VMP platform.
Well, thank you very much for looking at the video, seeing what this man has come up with.
It's been really humbling, exciting, cool. It's been the best 2 years of my career. I've been doing this a long time, but creating that VMP-1 and working with the industry has been wonderful, and being able to unveil this and keep that mag commitment, because being able to use that magazine in a new platform, and I promise you I'm committing again to a VMP-3. So I'll tell you that now.
Okay, is that next year?
I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. I'm in early, we're not early, I know what it is, and it's happening, and it will happen. But this year, I'm excited. I can't wait to see everybody get them. We're going to have hopefully a September release. I don't like saying releases because at the moment it's been an absolute nightmare, but hopefully by the end of the year, with a really competitive price point. And I just want people to just get these and go and enjoy, whether it be sniping or CQB. Just get your gas on and just enjoy it, because it's the best airsoft you can possibly do, in my opinion.
If you have been seeing our last year's video on the VMP-1 and you got one, maybe you can comment down below what your opinion was on the VMP-1, and if you're excited to upgrade from your CQB model that will use the same magazines, which is amazing that these guys are actually thinking forward.
Yeah, and we've got another thing. People have been asking us about short magazines for the VMP-1. They are coming, because the recce rifle and the DMR ship with the short mags.
Cool.
And we will have the covers again. Some people see the covers. These covers, so people said to us about the covers, why don't they come with the mags? Why don't they come with the mags? It's because you're trying to make more money. It wasn't. It was because we always had this planned, so we knew that the covers couldn't ship with the mags, because we knew the mags would be used in other guns in the future. So they're all coming. You'll have the covers for the short mags and the long mags.
What are the capacities?
The capacities are 20 and 48.
20, 48. And that won't go higher with GBBs. That's probably like already 48 is pretty much.
I'd like to make a 60 round one. I thought about it.
And you have enough reservoir over
and there's kind of I'd like to make sort of a 32 round, but with a bigger gas reservoir. So same size, but bigger gas reservoir, better efficiency. But these are all skunkworks things we do, and sometimes the market you don't think can handle it. But we do all of those testings, and if I can make something more gas efficient, we will. And if that means we offer a product, we will.
Well, that's where the magic is, making it efficient, and then it will give you more performance and overall.
But I just want people to have with this, I just want people to have the modularity I want them to be able to have their gun case and have their gun in there that they love and look after, and they've got all their different rails, stops,
Well, and
everything.
they have the different barrel lengths, so they can just thread it out.
They can have
That's
the
very interesting ideas.
The VMP-1 in the box as well, and all the mags are the same.
Well, I mean, I guess the idea is that you have the VMP-1 as a secondary. I mean, there's other secondaries here,
Your rigs are all set up the same, so you don't have to change over when you.
Yep.
You can go and use your VMP-1.
just use any of the mags.
And then you say, I'm going to go out now. I'm going to grab my VMP-2. Don't have to change your rigs.
Or you can play both. I mean, I guess anyone that has a VMP-1 probably is eyeing this because you're staying within the ecosystem. You have the modularity.
Yep.
You can still use your magazine. So if you already bought like 10 of those mags, you're still good to go.
That was the commitment I made last year, and I said that, and I'll make it again this year.
Very user-friendly.
Very.
I can highly appreciate that. Is there anything else that we are missing right now?
No, I think just the importance was the changes we made with this, making sure that it took VSR, rubbers, and barrels.
Well, that is super cool.
That was something that
upgradability.
a lot of people were disappointed we didn't change in the VMP-1, and I hear that, and so we made it a very large commitment on this. So
Yeah, now that opens up the world of upgrades to this platform.
Correct.
So thank you very much for tuning in. Ross, thank you very much for giving us another upgrade on this.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to 2025 and see if he can uphold this untold promise.
we will.
To have something else, because that's obviously exciting. Vorsk is really pushing the GBB market. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, boss.